Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
The 178 is back open following a disturbance that turned into a crash. We have details on the injuries and what police say happened.
And if you ride the Get Bus, listen up. The schedule is changing just a bit for the upcoming holiday.
And it's a treat just in time for the holidays as law enforcement gets ready to deliver hundreds of Christmas baskets.
Awesome.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. on this Thursday. I'm Danielle Kernkamp.
I'm Mike Hart. Glad you're here. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Elena Rusk, who's doing a little drumming over there and all anxious about today's forecast.
So
is that what that is?
Yes.
Those are happy hands.
Those are happy hands.
Okay,
That's
very
good
good.
news.
Because if you're doing the traditional thing where you
Right.
get to leave for the whole week, your travel to and from the next 2 weekends is fantastic.
Great.
Okay.
If you're trying to travel middle of the week, we do have 2 different storms. It's kind of like, it's a little hairy trying to get over those passes, but it's still bringing a chance of white Christmas to California, and that is something we haven't talked about in several years. So we're still waiting to see how everything shapes up for Kern County, but we do have back-to-back storms next week. For now, you see a little bit of that early morning light on our roof camera. We are cold and clear out there with a dry pattern in place. Plenty of rain and snow well up to our north. Keep that in mind if you're traveling in the next couple days. But here at home, we are clear and in the 30s for many locations in the North County and up into Tehachapi. You see there at 32, 20s down in Fraser Park and the desert locations. But here in Bakersfield later today, 62. Mostly sunny, good air quality, calm and dry right through Saturday for all of those drivers. Great news. But talking more about rain and snow for next week coming up. I think it's exciting. Some people are kind of bummed about it. As we take a look at your roadways, this is something to be excited about. There's nothing to slow you down.
Well, if you're traveling on 24th Street, listen up because there's some road work we want to make sure you know about. The city of Bakersfield posting this on Facebook, wanting to make sure you know about a sinkhole on 24th Street. They say that sinkhole opened and crews now need to close the westbound lane near F Street to repair the road. So be sure to mind road signs, avoid the area if possible while crews are working on that.
Meantime, part of Highway 178 was shut down for hours due to a disturbance in 2 separate vehicles. The CHP and Bakersfield police had blocked off all lanes near Tony's Firehouse Grill on Highway 178, just east of Morning Drive overnight. Officers say it began in East Bakersfield, several miles away from that scene at around 11 p.m. Police say there was something they called a disturbance inside a vehicle and a Good Samaritan intervened. 4 people are said to be involved, 1 taken to the hospital for minor to moderate injuries. Bakersfield police would not give out any more information right now about what exactly that disturbance was, what it was related to, or how the person was injured. We're continuing to wait for more information. The minute we get it into our newsroom, we will push it out to you.
New from overnight, 2 separate crashes leads to 1 man getting hit by a semi-truck. At 12:15 a.m., CHP says a man traveling south on the I-5 crashed a mile north of Rowley Road. Witnesses say he was traveling at a speed of 90 miles per hour. According to CHP, the vehicle veered off to the side of the road. The man then got out of his car, walked toward the center median, and then as he continued towards the shoulder of the highway, was struck minutes later by a semi-truck. CHP says the man suffered a head injury, but it's unclear which crash caused that. He also suffered blunt force trauma to his body. Drugs or alcohol do not appear to be factors in either crash, but CHP says speed was a factor in the first crash.
You may be planning to attend holiday parties and gatherings with family and friends, but Delano Police want to remind you to stay safe while having a good time. The Delano Police Department says it has extra officers on patrol now through New Year's looking for drivers under the influence. Delano PD will have multiple saturation patrols beginning Saturday. They recommend if you host a holiday party to offer a non-alcoholic beverage for any designated drivers and to monitor how your guests are getting home.
And for those who use public transportation, Golden Empire Transit has released its bus schedules for the holiday season. Get buses will not operate on Christmas Day, and their administrative office will also be closed for the holiday. But on New Year's Eve, Get buses will provide free service from 6 to 11 p.m. Buses will operate on a holiday schedule on New Year's Day. For more information, head to our website, turnto23.com.
In an effort to prevent holiday hazards, the Bakersfield Fire Department every year conducts a live fire Christmas tree safety demonstration, not for the big theatrics, but to remind you of the dangers associated with the tree.
23 ABC's Daniela Garrido is live with more on those Christmas safety tips that we'll learn today. Daniela?
That's right. We're with the Bakersfield Fire Department this morning, and we're talking all about those holiday hazards. No one wants anything to go wrong or a fire to start, definitely on Christmas. So we're here with Casey Snow, the PIO of Bakersfield Fire Department. Tell us a little bit, besides Christmas trees going on fire, what are some other holiday hazards people should be aware of?
Well, this time of year, it's obviously a lot cooler, so people will be using space heaters. Very important that we keep a safe distance between a walking area and a space heater. Make sure that children stay away from them. Make sure you turn them off when you're not using them. Another thing that could be a hazard is candles. Very popular, beautiful, love to have them around, especially on the holidays, but we need to make sure they're not near anything combustible, and they also are put out every night before you go to bed.
So for those who may not know, right, combustible you mentioned, what could be around a candle that would be combustible?
If you think about, by a window and there's any kind of a drape or curtain, obviously a Christmas tree behind us, we've got a lot of different decorations that are up, especially this time of year. Anything that could catch fire, you want to make sure that a candle's away from it.
And we were also talking about cooking. A lot of people get distracted. What are some tips for people to be a little bit more aware in the kitchen?
Right. Holidays are a busy time around the kitchen. We're cooking a lot. We're socializing. We're with family and friends, but it's very important to pay attention to cooking and don't get distracted and leave something on the stove or in the oven that could cause a fire.
Great. Thank you so much, Casey, for those tips. And of course, we'll have that coverage of the live Christmas tree fire that BFD is going to be demonstrating today at 10 a.m. We'll have coverage on that on our website, turnto23.com. For now, we're live at the Bakersfield Fire Department. Danielle Garrido, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Bakersfield Police and the Sheriff's Department in the giving spirit this holiday season. They are partnering up with W.A. Thompson Distributors to deliver baskets of food to local families this morning as part of the Family to Family Christmas Basket Giveaway. This morning, officers with volunteers will distribute the boxes that they packed long through the night. It's the 35th year of this partnership. Basket distributions begin this morning at 7 a.m.
We're getting close to the holidays, right? It's a little bit chilly outside. Yes. The sun's starting to come up. Maybe you have your blanket. Yeah. How good do a couple of cinnamon rolls sound this morning?
Real good.
Just set the scene for that.
Yeah, the Volunteer Center of Kern County is hosting their 6th annual holiday cinnamon roll giveaway. Well, it's not a giveaway.
No.
Did I just give it away? Yeah. It's a sale. You actually have to buy them. Yeah.
23 ABC's Amani Stevens has more. Amani, how's it smelling out there?
Mike and Danielle, it smells absolutely amazing. I'm just really inhaling the aroma of all of these fresh baked cinnamon rolls. I mean, there's so many out here, over 800, and you can get your hands on a couple of them, actually, 1 dozen for $10. So I'm going to bring in Brenda Ratcliffe with the Volunteer Center of Kern County. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. And how can people get their hands on these cinnamon rolls
They're
today?
going to come down to 1311 I Street behind Bakersfield Police Department between 13th and 14th. Drive through our parking lot, tell us how many they want, and pay us, and we'll load them in their car and they can drive on through.
Okay, so it's that easy for a sweet treat.
Very simple, and what a treat it is.
And the proceeds, tell me about that. Who do they benefit?
You know what, the Volunteer Center helps helps with volunteers all over Kern County throughout the year, but the project that we're working on is our Veterans Senior Disabled Project. So our local veterans get a chance to get a handmade quilt or a beanie from the Volunteer Center, and thanks for their service.
And what impact have you seen? This is the 6th annual holiday cinnamon roll sale.
We have been able to do a lot of quilts, a lot of beanies, so it definitely has an impact on those veterans that are out there.
Okay, and volunteers, they're moving right now, getting all of these cinnamon rolls off of this U-Haul. I mean, can you believe that? So many cinnamon rolls that you have to have a U-Haul for. And again, they're $10 per dozen, and you can come down here starting at 7 this morning at 1311 I Street. Live in downtown Bakersfield, I'm Imani Stevens, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Oh, okay. We are going to Elena Rusk right now? No. Yes, we are. We are going to Elena Rusk. Hi.
Hi. We're all distracted by the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so yeah, let's take a look at yesterday's low pressure system, that trough that brought the gloomy gray skies in the morning, and now it's out of here. So a dry weather pattern persists. We have a moisture plume and heavy rain and heavy snow expected today, tonight, tomorrow into the Pacific Northwest, wrapping up on Saturday. But for us here at home, it's pretty quiet. So we're left at 45 for our morning low. Clear, calm conditions, and that leaves you very cold, freezing in Tehachapi, 20s in Fraser Park, and down into many of our desert locations. Even look at Delano at 31, Buttonwillow 39. 49 at this hour. So you're grabbing your coats as you head out the door. Later on this afternoon, it's still sweater weather because we're Californians. We think the 60s are cool, but if you're standing in the sunshine, it's actually kind of nice out there, and we love having good air quality to pair with this forecast too. So no restrictions, but wood burning is discouraged. 50s in the Kern River Valley this afternoon, briefly at 50 in Tehachapi and Fraser Park. So much of your afternoon spent in the 40s there under mostly sunny skies. Into our desert, plenty of low to mid 50s. These temperatures are all a few degrees above average, and we keep climbing to end the week. Great news for travelers hitting the road ahead of the holidays tomorrow and Saturday. And then we're still talking rain chances Sunday into Monday and that Christmas storm. Your extended forecast is coming up.
All right, still to come here at 6. If you were expecting no wait lines at the airport, who was expecting that?
Seriously.
Yeah, you can expect it to be very busy. Just how busy? We'll explain that and more straight ahead. 6:10 on this Thursday. You're watching 23 ABC.
Welcome back. Our traffic is calm and quiet. We have a little bit of some gray out there hinting that some fog is trying to form, but it's been so long since our last rain event. We're not calling for widespread dense fog. Passes are open. No big crashes to report. A whole lot of construction out there, as you know. So even as we head into the holidays, maybe we won't have as many workers out there on those sites. You still have to slow for the cone zone.